and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Review, and I thought I might share a nice, beautiful IPA with you all today. It is from the Castle Island Brewing Company in Norwood, Mass., which is on Route 1, towards the Gillette Stadium in that direction. It is Castle Island's Brewing Company, the Keeper India Pale Ale. And as you can see, I've been sipping on it, but I haven't put it in a glass to actually review it, and I still have a good amount in the can left. So I said, as I'm drinking this, why don't I review it? They say, don't let this one get by. This flagship India Pale Ale is smooth but punchy, balanced but intense. Despite the colossal amount of hops we cram into this beer, it's still remarkably approachable for pros and rookies alike, so grab a Keeper and save the day. And like I said, they are in Norwood, Mass. They started production on they started building, I should say, of their brewery in September of 2005 and in December, or 2015. And they opened in December of 2015. So this is a pretty brand spanking new company, and I'd like to give them a fair shot on the reviews. So the Keeper, I'm going to go on castleislandbeer.com/beers/Keeper to tell you that they use 2-row Vienna, Crystal, and Dextrose malts, Columbus, Simcoe, and Cascade for the hops. They use their house yeast strain. This thing is going to be available all year round, and it launched December 11th, 2015 with the launch of the Castle Island Brewery. It is 6.5% with 48 IBUs, and at the time with 26 reviews on Beer Advocate, it gets an 89. So it's not doing too bad as a brewery, and at least the American-style Pale Ale here, India Pale Ale, is not doing too bad at the moment, which is awesome to see from guys like this. So it is a 16-ounce can. It cost me maybe $2 and change. I don't have the receipt, do I? No, it was $2 and change, as I recall. But here is the appearance of the Keeper. There is some cloudy sediment and haze. It just has that hazy look to it. It's not really overly chunky or anything like that. If I notice it, I will tell you, but there's lots of haze to it. And it is more of a darker orange, copperish, tangerine kind of a color. And the head's that typical IPA, bone white, sort of stark white head to it. And lots of, you can even see it, lots and lots of active carbonation. So, I would like to get right into the smell test of the Castle Island's Keeper India Pale Ale. And I'm getting a lot of caramel maltiness and a little bit of an oily, resinous kind of a quality. Some sweetness, some brown bready kind of sweetness. And piney, leathery notes. With a touch of the tropical citrus in the background, but this is pretty piney and leathery and maybe even some slight tobacco notes. Maybe. I could be jumping the gun there and saying tobacco notes, but definitely piney and leathery. So, let's get a taste on camera of the Keeper from Castle Island Brewery, located in Norwood, Massachusetts. Cheers, guys. Very piney. It's got those piney caramel, toffee, sweet notes. It's not the driest finishing beer, but it is really nice. There's even like a toasty maltiness to it in the background with that toffee and caramel. Now that I get it in a glass here. At 48 IBUs, it's pretty light with the bitterness, but it's obviously still a perceivable bitterness. So if you are a hophead, even at 6.5%, this could be a... you could keep this one in the fridge, so every time you wanted a hop experience without all of the IB, or without all the alcohol by volume, this could be your tall boy of choice for sure. Just like in the nose, the main taste is that leathery, piney, resinous note, but there is some of the orangey, grapefruit, kind of a tropical fruit underneath those elements to the beer. And I'd say it's a straight up high side of medium. I still think it's pretty easy to make a session out of this when it's ice cold. It is pretty crisp. I think to some it could be a little bit too heavy to be refreshing, but I'm finding it pretty refreshing and nice here on the Saturday afternoon. And again, it's got a little bit of that residual sweetness and some of that bitterness towards the back of the throat. It sticks around. I'm trying to figure out how to describe that. There's a little bit of a dankness towards the end, but it's not, excuse me, it's not heady topper, trillium, your green herbals, if you know what I mean. It's not your green, it's not your green herbals smokable kind of a dankness, but it's a little bit, it's not that perceivable, but there's a little bit there at the end. And after maybe, I don't know, 10 seconds, it ends up drying out pretty nicely. But I'm liking this. I think the 89 is pretty good rating. I'll also give Castle Island's Keeper an 89, a high B+. I have no problem from time to time drinking this beer. Not at all. And you know what, folks? I'm finding that I don't even have to go to the beer store and have to only go to San Diego to get my, or go to the West Coast to get my Copy Beer IPA, double IPA fix, because New England is doing amazing things. Trillium, Heady Topper, this Castle Island Keeper is pretty nice. I haven't had the Treehouse stuff, but I'll take the word for it that that's pretty friggin' amazing. Lawson's Finest Liquids, you get the point. They are making some, Two Roads in Connecticut, they're making some epic IPA beers in New England. So get yourself a can of Castle Island if you see it. Get yourself a New England style IPA or brewed IPA and get into the craze. 89, high B+. I'm enjoying this. Till next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. See you soon. Look at that friggin' lacing.